Tasmania against the second bottom team and you lose in that way was dismal and disappointing. And we're wondering what West Coast Eagles fans are thinking this morning. Is it the end of the road for Adam Simpson? Is there the need for an extraordinary overhaul of the entire club to move forward? What do you think? Or are you just keeping the faith, knowing that there's been a lot of injuries and that things will start to right themselves for next season? You tell us. 133 882. Well, there's a bloke called Tom Shiyoya. He is a very significant, strong West Coast Eagles fan. And I mean strong because he's actually a bodybuilder as well. But Tom has not missed any games bar one in 20 years, okay? He is on West Coast Fan TV and he joins me on the line. G'day, Tom.
How you going, mate?
Mate, you've invested a lot of time and money in the West Coast Eagles. How are you feeling about them today?
Actually, I had the song before and I went, wow, I've been singing that song. It's been a while. 36 games, I've only sang it 3 times after the game. I've forgotten the words.
What's going to happen? I mean, clearly when a club hits the stage that they have hit now, people automatically say, get rid of the coach. What's your reaction to that?
The reaction is, you tell me, in any IFL club, if a coach has lost out of 37 games, he's only won 3, will you be keeping him? I don't think so. I don't think any club would be doing that. To me, Adam Simpson has been a really good coach, and we love him, we care for him. But there's some mistakes that he's made along the way that I think they're coming back to bite him. And, there has to be something to give. And I'm not calling the coach to go is not the question, but it's taken him so long to play the youth that now he has to play maybe more than youth than he wanted. He stuck too much to his superstar that now he just cannot get the game or the players in. It's a very hard situation to go, but I think this is really hard. When I see his press conference, the guy is shattered. The guy is gone. His body language. When we played Richmond and Jive got an injury, he gave to the press conference. He talked about resilience. He did not have it. He is tired. His body language, his tone, his everything, his words, you can see him. He's broken. I don't think, and I know most people not like this, I don't think he's going to be able to carry us to the next phase because he looks like he's a broken guy. So
does he go now or does he go at the end of the season? And don't forget he's got a contract that goes longer than that. But what do you think? I mean, is it time to sort of part ways?
It's about since 4 years we haven't progressed.
Yeah.
How long are you going to wait for? You look at Collingwood. We played Collingwood in the grand final 2018. Where are Collingwood now and where are we now? And people will talk about draft picks and all that. No, Collingwood had to make tough decisions to be able to move forward. What is lacking at the West Coast Eagles at the moment? It's people who can make tough decisions. One of the worst things that happened to us was the slogan, friends, family, and flag. We've forgotten about the flag. We become a friends and family club. We can make hard decisions. Like, we cannot look at somebody like Shannon Han and say, Shannon, we love you, we care for you, but this is the end of the road. We love Nick Ratanui. We give him 2-year contract. The guy cannot get on a pack on any given day for maybe half of the season. Why? Why do we make those decisions? It's about being responsible and taking responsibility to make hard decisions to move the club forward. We've been a successful club. And I know people say you have to go on the bottom to go back up, but that's not Eagles. We don't have to be like any other club. If every club, we don't want to be like a North Melbourne. We don't want to be like a GWS. We don't want to be like a Dockers. We are a club that is built on success and pride.
Okay, you talked about Nick Nat and other players. So has the problem, but you said not making hard decisions. Clearly there's a perfect storm, though, in terms of injuries. Is that enough to cut him slack, to cut the coach slack, that you've had so many injuries in one season that it's very hard to sort of field the team he wants?
Now, if you look at the players that are injured are over 30 years, are you going to be relying on players over 30 years? Nick Ratanui over 30 years. Who's this? Cripps over 30 years. You look at McGovern over 30 years. All players that we are talking about are over 30 years. Are you going to rely on people who are over 30 years to be able to win you the next flag? Are we going to win the next flag with Nick? Are we going to win the next flag with McGovern? I don't think so. Cripps, Yo hasn't played for the last maybe 4 years. For those guys who are out there, the only person I can see him coming back to the club and doing a lot is Liam Ryan. Apart from the other guys, they're over 30 years.
Mate,
You can.
I said at the beginning, you know, you hadn't missed you've missed one game in about 20 years. You didn't go to Tassie though, did you, to watch that?
No, I didn't.
No.
I'm talking about home games.
Yeah, home games. Yeah, thank goodness. I was going to say you wouldn't want to have done that to yourself. Do you talk to other fans though who may have witnessed that up close, and what are they saying to you?
Yeah, we've got the page that we have, which is West Coast Fan TV, which allows members to come and view how they viewed the game and how the game went. We've had a lot of members that are not happy, and this is the first time, to be honest with you, that some members have actually started calling about Adam Simpson, about change, about the CEO. Like something has to change. Nothing is changing at the Eagles. 4 years. Maybe they've changed the strength and conditioning coach only, but nothing has changed. How do we expect to get better results when nothing is changing? Nobody's taking responsibility. Recruitment, there's no change. And we expect us to, first it was COVID, second was injuries. When are we going to start actually building going forward? The recruitment has been totally a mess. We've recruited so bad because we don't have any youth that are coming in that we can say they're going to get us to the next play. So something has to break.
Can I ask you, last question, have you considered your membership and throwing it in, or has it not got to that point yet?
No, it hasn't got to that point yet because, being with the Eagles, it's like, I was sorry to say, it's like a marriage. It's through thickness and thin. But you have to go and talk and know what is the plan going forward. You just want to see a change, but we're not seeing a change.
Yeah, well,
being beaten by...
I was going to say to you, if a company was failing this badly, we know what would be happening.
Exactly. So if our company was in this position for 4 years, do you want to tell me everything will be the same? No, there's no even talk of the coach. There's no talk of the CEO. There's no talk of the strength and conditioning. There's no talk of assistant coach being. Nobody is under the pump. I looked at the last game we played. We were 47,000 members. The last game was 37. What's going to be the next one? But since they are the big dogs in WA, they don't care about it. Because there's maybe 50,000 people waiting to get that membership.
Yeah, you're right. From that point of view, you are right. All right, well, look, West Coast versus Essendon next weekend. What chance do you give them? Essendon look pretty good in terms of their one-point thriller against Richmond. What do you reckon?
We're not going to win that. I cannot see any game that we're going to win this season. I cannot. I'm not kidding. I cannot see any game that we're going to end. There's this, everybody's talking about getting the first round draft pick, Reed, and Reed is not going to change. One good midfielder is not going to change the team. So being able to finish last to spoil the legacy of the team for the players who've been there, all the great players that have built this team, to spoil the name of the club for a drop number one, which you don't even know if he's going to be good. You don't know if he wants to come to WA. Maybe he might be for a year and go back to Melbourne. It's really hard to be able to sit and watch the team go where it is. It's actually painful.
Well, mate, it's a bleak time. Hang in there. Keep smiling. Keep pumping iron. We'll keep pumping iron.
We're going to hang in there, but we just want to know that we are going forward. But we haven't been able to see we're going forward.
All right. Thanks for joining us today, Tom, on this sad Monday. Appreciate it.
Thanks, mate. Have a lovely day.
It's Tom Shiyoya there. I kept saying pumping iron. This guy's a bodybuilder, and you wouldn't mess with him.